Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks! What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. Actually, there's quite a bit of stuff here, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I've actually already been in it. I started doing this unboxing, and by the way, thank you so much to Skyraider Knives who sent all of this awesome stuff in. I will link them right down below in the description so you guys can check out their knives and their gear. We found out that there was actually barrel spacers that were sent in the wrong size, made to accommodate for thicker blades. And so they sent me the correct spacers. So now I'm going to share all this stuff with you guys again. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. And please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. They reached out to me on Instagram and said, do you want to take a look? We have this fixed blade and some other things. And I said, yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to re-unbox this stuff. But it is definitely cool. So this, I believe, is called the hanger. Yeah, that's the piece of paper they sent me here. Basically, a large EDC tray. These leather inserts they came separately. I'm actually going to use this as we modify this knife that they've sent. But this is cool, and this is all metal, and I just realized they actually put Metal Complex on there. I will legitimately use this. I think this is really cool, and it does feel super high quality, especially with the, metal exterior. And I would venture to guess it's got to be aluminum or titanium. It's pretty heavy. It's non-magnetic. But feels pretty good. And then we have like kind of the stands or the legs under here they feel rubberized so it doesn't move around or anything like that. Pretty cool. They also sent smaller trays that are made out of the same material. I would imagine that'd be nice for bits and various things like that. There's a couple of them in here, and I'll probably use this one, but these two I think might be kind of fun for like giveaway items. I'm actually just going to leave that one in the wrapping there. And then this guy here is actually a bit holder, and I tried that out in the other video. It's pretty cool. If you have like a 1/4-inch bit or a 1/4-inch driver, and then you've got bits, you can literally just set them in there like that, and super useful. It has a lot more than what I've got up here. I've got a couple over to the left that have like 1/3 the number of slots, so I kind of like that. That makes my bits a lot more accessible. I'll probably use this and just fill it up with a whole bunch of additional bits and keep it a little bit off to the side during videos just for convenience. But really cool, legitimately cool stuff. Now, the highlight of everything here is the knife, which I believe, yeah, the SRK-1 Mustang Harpoon. So this is what the main idea behind the unboxing was, or the main idea behind them sending me the knives. But it comes like this, and I chose specifically, I think they've got a few different versions. I chose specifically kind of the gray. Thought it looked pretty cool. But you have some scale options. So we have a couple of scale options here, and I believe these are textured aluminum. And then they also sent me, let me put these up here, they sent me these. And I'll show you guys the spacers that they had originally sent. And by the way, it's I noticed on both of them, very, very easy to take them apart, even with the spacers there. I want to say the spacers might actually be captive. But we have this kind of topographical silver and black aluminum on this other set here, which is pretty cool. Let me put these up here, come apart like this. And then these were the spacers that came originally. So the idea is, it's not like they machined them incorrectly. I believe they just have other knives that come in thicker optional stocks. So here's the ones that they sent on accident, and then the ones that will actually fit are in this bag they sent separately. Thank you very much for sending those out quickly. But now we can actually sort of demonstrate what this looks like with the different scale sets here. But I wanted to show you guys kind of how easily this came apart. I'm going to put these on first because I think the contrast is really cool. And while these don't offer any additional grip, I do want to point out, you can see they fit really nice, but obviously what you need is the spacers in there. It is cool to have the all-metal construction, and the shape of the knife and the shape of the handle, put these up here, is actually, these are not captive. They just really stay in there. I think there's enough to lock you in even without the texturing. I mean, obviously it's going to depend largely on what you're doing. But there should be enough to like really lock you in. So let's go ahead and put these down right here, and we'll just put in a couple of screws just to hold it in there. But really it's just, I think, kind of tension holding it in. That one's wanting to spin a little bit. Let's put it in on the other side here real quick and just hold it with our finger. And can we get it to stay? We might actually have to use 2 drivers. It does spin. Fortunately, I've got 2. I would suggest, I thought for sure that those were captive. I would suggest making those barrels D-shaped so that they can nest, right? But they don't spin with the screws. It's funny because they came out perfectly fine with the other ones there. Oh no, here we go. The tension's actually holding. So once we just get them screwed down enough, then I guess that's just the case. Can we get the other ones to do that too? I do like the look, and I wanted to do this in, real time without actually editing this so everybody can kind of see what I'm dealing with here. Yeah, okay. Fitment is very good, completely solid. I like that we have, basically, the scales allow for the tang of the knife to sort of shadow box it. And it's actually super comfortable. I mean, this zone right here, normally I see companies like sort of taper it off this way, which creates for an awkward kind of slant, like a slide, and it feels like my pinky doesn't really know what to do. But for me, this is good, and the lock-in behind this harpoon notch here is very cool. I don't know what the blade steel is. I'll invite them to, share information on that down in the, I would imagine it's some sort of high carbon steel, right? That's what it looks like to me. But you can also go to their website and find out. It wouldn't surprise me if they have a few different options there. So yeah, right off the bat, I want to take these off and showcase the other ones. But it's minor, but I like systems that allow for the screws to be non-free spinning or captive so that we don't have to hold things down or disassembling. Truthfully though, as you can see here, that screw's hung up over here. It actually is pretty easy to get these taken apart and put back together. You put these here, and then we actually have some additional spacers. There they are right in front of my face. Okay, so we're going to put these in here. This is kind of obvious, but still fun to... I like to take things apart and put them back together sometimes on camera. That's just fun for me if it's very simple, right? The more complicated it is, sometimes the less fun it is, but in this case, it's pretty straightforward. So I'm not really having much of an issue there. Just get that one kind of nest in. Okay, it's the wrong word, but you guys know what I mean. That one here, screw it in. And then I've got some other screws off here to the side. 1 and 2. Interestingly, I have extra screws. I don't know where those came from. Yeah, truthfully, this would be a perfect system because this is very simple, and obviously it's very similar to other systems that allow for fixed blades to sort of come apart and then come back together and add different scales and stuff like that. And the tension is, yeah, especially with these scales, the tension is enough to get them snug. Yeah, you can see there. Nice and snug. And this one here also nice and snug. But I think it would probably perfect the system if you made the barrel D-shaped just so that you could, easily get the screws off both sides without having to deal with any free spinning. But very cool. These are definitely a lot more grippy, a lot more textured, and the lock-in is absolute. Honestly, a pretty cool fixed blade. You guys know that I, traditionally am not somebody who carries a fixed blade. When I do carry a fixed blade, I'm going out of my way just to sort of test how much I like it as a fixed blade EDC. It's not really my favorite thing. I just like the convenience of folding knives, generally speaking, better. Sometimes fixed blade designs will attract me enough to want to carry them just for fun. And in this case, I thought this one looked pretty cool, right? And it seems to be very, very well made. And obviously, also the importance here is that these are made in the United States, which I think the box actually showcased, and I forgot to showcase it. So 1 second here. We have, yeah, made in the USA. I think that's pretty cool. Wanted to make some of you guys aware of this company. The sheath also has a clip on it, which is cool, and it was one of the things that sort of attracted me. I know you guys can't see my pants, but it's one of the things that sort of attracted me to this product in the first place, because I don't like to carry a fixed blade that actually works pretty well. And the entire thing really wants to hang onto my pants, making it to where when you draw the knife, it will definitely, wow, gosh, the retention on that. I can see why. It's because that clip actually holds. You can see there's a little lip right there. It dug into my sweatpants really well. But that digs in enough to where you can actually pull the knife directly from your pocket. If I'm going to carry a fixed blade, and I know people who regularly carry fixed blades are probably eye-rolling, and that's perfectly fine. If I'm going to do that, I want the sheath to be able to fit in my pocket because I don't like to scout carry. I don't like to keep a knife on my hip. It's just uncomfortable for me. And my day-to-day life is pretty simple. As a full-time YouTube knife reviewer, I'm walking around the house in sweatpants, right? So my life doesn't necessarily call for something like this. I'm going to carry it just because I think it's cool. And if I can get it into my pocket and carry it like that, that's my most preferred, means of carrying. But, I would say apply it to yourself. If it makes sense for you, you can see yourself carrying something like this. This is a pretty cool product, and I like the idea of the pretty interchangeable scales there. So anyways, thank you so much to Skyraider Knives. Check them out in the description. I'll link it down below. You guys can check them out if you want. That's going to be pretty much it today. I don't know where my card went. Anyways, I lost both cards. There they are. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.